I spend all winter excited for the springtime. We talk about it, we daydream about beach trips, we start getting ready to cook outside more, even though I do that for a living now. And then we get the first tiny little taste of that nice warm weather. And I remember that this is not just springtime, but it's also my basement is full of gigantic bugs time. And I don't have an answer for it. I don't have an answer for it. Oh well. What's up, y'all? My name is Pat Acuna, partner and CEO of Old Line Tailgate Company. And have I got good news for you. We have finally, after months, been approved to build out our new commercial kitchen at Dragon Distillery. In our soft grand opening video back in January, I said that we expected to have this thing wrapped up in a week or two. It's April, and it's still not wrapped up. We've just got approval to start wrapping it up. But that's okay, because we've had a great time getting into Dragon, kind of getting set up, figuring out how this is all gonna go, and now we're ready to put that new kitchen in and blast off to the moon. But that's for a future video. Today and tonight, we'll be continuing our run of themed trivia events. We're doing Marvel Studios trivia. That's right, Marvel Studios didn't have enough of the pie already, so now they want a share of our cheesecake. It's peanut butter cheesecake this week. Put your blinker on, dude. So we're hoping that tonight can be just as successful as the Taylor Swift trivia night and the Office trivia night, which was a record sales day for us. But first, we're gonna shoehorn in a little footage that I definitely didn't film a few days ago. The weather's definitely not completely different, and I definitely don't spend half the time complaining that our permits haven't gone through. We also definitely don't waste quality footage that I already edited just because the narrative's changed a little bit. Let's get that out of the way right now. All right, so Dragon Distillery is both a craft spirit label, meaning you can buy bottles of liquor that say Dragon Distillery with their recipes, with their logo. They actually have a lot of different products. They're all really good. They range from just like the most basic vodka you've ever had that really tastes like water. I don't know how it's that much better than like the best liquor you can find at a liquor store, but their vodka that costs like $20 a bottle is the best I've ever had. So it ranges from like just your basic liquors all the way to like the most esoteric flavored spirits that I've ever heard of. Like their ginger vodka. They gave me a bottle when I was sick last month, and they make it with like real ginger. It's insane. I mean, it's remarkable how good and how authentic their flavors are. I absolutely recommend you check them out. But in addition to that, they also do contract distilling, meaning that if you're in Texas and you want to start a liquor company, like you have a name, you have a logo, you have an idea, you have a brand, and you want to sell your liquor to stores, but you either don't have the money or the interest or the wherewithal to open a distillery and distill your own liquor, you can call Dragon, give them all your ideas, work with them, and they will produce for you your product. Whether that's a canned cocktail, or if it's a liquor or a bottled cocktail or a bottled spirit, whatever it is, they will produce it to your specifications, bottle it, label it, they'll get whatever bottles and labels you want, make it look exactly the way you want, and then ship it to you. Now you're in Texas, you've got 1,000 bottles of your new liquor, and you can go distribute it. You can sell it to liquor stores, you can sell it to restaurants. They don't have to know that you didn't make it. It's kind of how the industry works. I've learned from working with Dragon is that a lot of the brands that you see, especially the smaller brands, the more boutique brands of liquor and alcohol that you see on store shelves, they don't have their own facilities. They're not actually making their stuff. It's intellectual property that they're selling, but they're not actually making the liquor. So it's cool. We've talked to them about doing old line canned cocktails that we could sell to golf courses and stores and stuff. We're not quite there yet, but you know, it's a really cool part of their business that a lot of people don't know about. Dragon's actual facility is located here at an industrial complex in East Frederick, in what is traditionally an industrial part of town. I mean, I guess by definition it still is. Dragon is a production facility. Immediately next to it is the Puerto Rico Distillery and Idiom Brewing Company's production facility. They actually have a tap room downtown, but this is where they make at least most of their beer, possibly all of it, I'm not positive. And then a really cool auto shop that just fixed the airbags on my truck suspension for free. That was really cool of them. I walked over to see what they could do, and they just did it. So we love neighbors helping neighbors. We gave them a burger for their trouble. So, but that's where we're at. We're at this old, I think it was a textile factory at some point, like in the 40s, but now they have it segmented into different units, and that's where we're at. We share a unit with Dragon Distillery. Fun fact, this piece of junk sitting in the middle of our parking lot is actually the roof unit for our hood system that we're still waiting on permits to install. I said in a video in January that we were expecting permits to come through in about a week. Yeah, it's late March. We still do not have those permits. So we love you, City of Frederick, but if you could hurry up, that would be great for business. So the building that we're in is actually immediately across the street from Frederick Municipal Airport. Frederick Municipal Airport is, without doing any actual research at all, is what I would call a small airport here on the outskirts of town. We are still in Frederick City proper, but up until recent years, this was really only warehouses and industrial stuff out here. Back in the 90s, my Boy Scout troop used to come out here with my dad for a big World War II air show every year, the Wings of Freedom air show. They'd have, they'd have Zeros and Mustangs and the big World War II bombers. There's an airplane going up right there. They'd fly in formations and do demonstrations and set off pyrotechnics out in the field. It was really cool. I mean, it's like going to the beach every year, just something that was part of your year as a kid every single year. They used to do this bit with a Piper Cub, that there was a drunk farmer who ran out in the airfield and got in the Piper Cub, and he was really a stunt pilot, but the joke was he was a drunk farmer he stole an airplane and was doing all these dives and stalls and really cool stunts. If you had told me 10 years ago that eventually I'd be like out here, running a business across the street from a place I used to come as a kid with Boy Scouts, I'm not saying I wouldn't believe you, but it'd be wild. It is wild. I don't know if this is a reoccurring thing that's been happening that I'm just unaware of, but it looks like there is an air festival here this year in September, so that's going to be cool. We'll definitely be involved in that. And this is the old control tower from before they built the modern one across the yard. It's now, and has been for a long time, the Airways Inn. In more recent years, before my grandfather passed away, he would have lunch at the Airways Inn once a week or once a month, I can't really remember, with a lunch club called the Romeos. Retired old men eating out. I'd go with them every now and then, probably a couple times a year. Just kind of cool that, we're running a business now immediately next door to a place that's been a part of both me and Grant's lives, really since almost day one. So I'm standing right here at the gate that keeps you from going onto the airfield, and if you turn around, immediately behind me is our facility, so we are right there. So I don't know if I'll ever actually get the courage to do it, but last year I got my wife's permission to do a discovery flight, which is basically the first step in taking flight lessons, where an instructor takes you up and kind of just shows you the basics of how a little airplane works. It's for you to tell if you actually want to take flight lessons or not. I've never been up in a little plane, but I assume that's something you can only really know once you've done it. And I got that permission like a year before we had any idea we'd be over here, so I don't know, I guess we're moving in that direction. That would probably be an entirely different YouTube channel. We'll see. It's also worth mentioning that somewhere in that direction, on the other side, there's a jet coming by right now. Somewhere in that direction, probably a couple miles out, is Clustered Spires Golf Course. That's where we shot one of our golf videos last year. It's funny because if you go to Clustered Spires Yelp page, there's a bunch of bad reviews because of all the airplane noise, which is a really dumb reason to leave a bad review because it's a great golf course. But yeah, this airport ruins a lot of golfers' days apparently, which is dumb. All right, it's today again, so let's get in the kitchen and start getting ready for Marvel Trivia Night. You guys ready for trivia to hit?
Yeah, buddy. Want some sausage?
Classic.
All right, mic check 1 2 1 2. I was gonna read the rules and regulations right now, but we're waiting on one more reservation to show up. In the meantime, please get comfortable, grab some drinks, grab some food, start, getting in the mood, all right? All right, that's time. Get those halftime sheets in.
I've got $10 that says Kyle claims to have never seen a Marvel movie or not know any of the characters. Let's see. Kyle, what's your favorite Marvel character?
Thor? Yeah, Thor.
Well, I just lost $10.
You bet on the fact that he didn't know a character?
No, and we can watch the footage. I bet that he would claim not to know a character.
No, Marvel I do.
I don't know how you wouldn't.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how far I want to get into my feelings about the Disney Corporation and what they're doing to entertainment in America.
Weirdness.
We're having a good time.
Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Wow. Thor, happy birthday to you.
Chords. What's up? My God. That was that point.
We got it.
So the correct response, number 1, red, that's the reality stone. Number 2, blue is the space stone. And number 3, purple is the power stone. All right, so if you got 2 of those, you got your wager. All 3 get you a 2-point bonus. Shout out to the team that said the purple was the fire stone. Thank you so much for that.
Look, Kyle, it's almost time. Aubrey, say something provocative.
I want a piece of cheesecake.
What a great time we had at Marvel Trivia Night. We're still identifying ourselves as a brand in a brick and mortar, and we're kind of just rolling with the punches. Not punches, these are good punches. Rolling with the good things that Dragon already has booked. Again, we're still in phase 1 of this thing. We're just providing the food. We don't book any of these events. We don't staff any of these events. We're just cooking food for Dragon's guests. So it's all still developing, but we're having a great time doing it. These themed trivia nights are way more successful than I thought they would be. But that's gonna do it for this one. As usual, we do not beg for subscribers, so hang out or don't. But we would love to see you in the future for more tailgating adventures. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on highway living, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.